Friday morning, 2-minute drill time at 105.5 WDHA. Jim Monaghan and Chris Swendeman. Swendy, let's start with Jack Leiter. He made his major league deep. Damn it. Take two. Friday morning, 2-minute drill time here at 105.5 WDHA. It's Jim Monahan along with Chris Swendeman as usual. Swendy, the big story in sports locally on Thursday was the major league debut of Jack Leiter, who, of course, grew up in Summit, played his high school ball in Morristown at Del Barton. Not a great outing, at least, especially by Leiter terms, but a lot of promise there. Fastball was hitting 98 a couple of times, and the slider, which is a pitch that he developed in college and used in the minor leagues, his slider, Chris, looked really, really good.
Yeah, it did. And his defense didn't help him much. In this game, there was an error that led to some runs. And you're talking about a kid who, through the first couple games in AAA, had a 25-3 strikeout to walk ratio. He's going to be okay. He's getting it figured out.
He will definitely be fine. Meanwhile, it almost feels like, I want to paraphrase that Prince song, "Party Like It's 1999." We might be partying like it's 1994 with the Knicks and the Rangers as the playoffs loom. Knicks had a very, very good season. I think the Celtics are the team to beat, but the Knicks played very well, number 2 seed in the conference playoffs, and they at least have home court advantage, assuming they can get past Philadelphia all the way up until the finals.
Yeah, I watched that Philly game the other night, and Philly looks tough, and Philly's going to give them a run. But this Knicks team is different, Jim. There's just something about it. There's the feel of they're aggressive, they're hungry, and they don't quit. And there's been some bad Knicks teams over the years. This team is making up for it. They're a lot of fun to watch. And while I'm not a Knicks fan, but watch this team and marvel at how strong they are. They're going to give teams a run for their money in the playoffs. And when you said about 94, I really do feel like this is 1994 in 2024. It really has the feel. The Rangers won the President's Trophy that year. They set the record for wins that year. Well, here we are in 2024. The Rangers won the President's Trophy. They set their new record for wins, and the Knicks finished in second place and look like a team that's going to be a force in the playoffs. Who knows? But it's an exciting time to be a local sports fan for sure.
I don't know if there's a Mark Messier on this team that can carry them should the road get a little bumpy, though.
You know what? There isn't necessarily a Messier, but there, as a collective group, this team works together and they don't quit. I've watched them all season, and it's the Panarins, it's the Zibanejads, it's Vinny Trocheck has been huge this year for the Rangers. Chris Kreider, Jacob Trouba, all of them, Shesterkin in goal. They collectively, they just bond together, and even when they're down, they never seem to be out of it. And I really think this team could do a lot of damage. And you have your first round opponent this year is the Washington Capitals, which Peter Laviolette, the coach for the Rangers, used to coach for the Capitals. So there's a lot of incentive and a lot of motivation for this team to win big this year in the playoffs.
And definitely Madison Square Garden is going to be rocking and the place to be with the playoffs, both for the NBA and the NHL with the Knicks and Rangers. And that's a 2-minute drill for a Friday morning here at 105.5 WDHA. Thanks, Chris.
You got it, Jim. Enjoy the games. We'll talk next week.